Hey folks, the kids are asleep in the other room, so I have to be quiet. Just thought I'd give a little update. So looking at, let's start with the big picture. So I was a little bit confused earlier because I saw the dollar index starting to fall. And I thought, that's actually bullish for cryptos and stocks. But there seems to be a bit of a disconnect because stocks were really plummeting. I mean, look at this massive low test. And it really started breaching below it, but we got massive rejection. I think it's because the dollar index really did plummet today, and therefore stocks, they did look very bearish at one point, and then had this massive low test, as you can see here and again here. It's like the Federal Reserve they're still committed to propping up the economy, but how long, who knows. Anyway. Looking at Bitcoin, here we go, Bitcoin. As you know, I've been looking at this head and shoulders pattern. We definitely got a break through it, and it looks like it punched through, it koboed back up here, and went all the way down here today. But then at the last minute, got this massive rejection. So as stocks rebounded heavily, so too did Bitcoin. So if we were to look at the 4-hour chart, what's actually happening here? It's forming a bit of a bearish compression actually. Sorry, a bearish rectangle. If we get rid of all these lines, what actually is going on? I mean, you could say that there's some sort of bearish rectangle going on like this, and you had a bit of a fake out to the downside. But also at the same time, if you were to look at this on the 1-hour chart, you've definitely got some sort of compression here. There's definitely some sort of flat top compression like that. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to stay awake a little bit longer because I want to see how this plays out, because we're going to be seeing this play out soon, literally in the next couple of hours, whether it goes up or down. And again, obviously, AVAX is only going to do what Bitcoin does, but on the 1-hour chart, what's AVAX doing? Same compression. It looks more like a symmetrical compression actually. Probably something to do like that. Maybe even further. Oh my god, that goes way further up. So this support level that it's been caterpillaring up and down, again is acting as resistance to this little compression. So I really want to see what happens here. If it breaks to the upside, I'm getting back into time temporarily. If it gets to the downside, I will stay in MIM. So let's now have a look at time. So here my little squiggles, you can see I saw this head and shoulders here. It has broken down, not down to the levels which I thought, but it's still very early days. And really zooming in, we've had this lovely sort of waterfall from this rising channel here. And what's happening here? Wait, what is this line here? This line looks like, oh yeah, it's just this low. That's it. That's all it is. It's just that low. I guess it's close to the 2100, but we're having some sort of rally over here. Is it a compression? I think it's a bit weak to say it's compression. Seems to be having the pullback everything else is experiencing. And looking at this is overextended. So the market genuinely does want to sort of pump back up to sort of 2200 really, just to satisfy that 50% correction. Especially when you look at this on the bigger time frame. Let's have a look at, say, the 4-hour chart. Big overextension. So maybe actually the 21,500. Let's move this back down a bit. Yes, that's my thoughts there. Again, let's have a look at wrapped memo. Again, I know wrapped memo is the proper chart you should look at because it accounts for rebases and price. But don't forget, time accounts for half of the variables of the value of time. So remember, the value of anything is the amount that you have of something times the price. So time is literally the price of of your time, obviously. So you shouldn't ignore this time chart, and because the whole market is still on time, we need to look at it. give it a week or two when the whole market will be on, Phantom and its wrapped memo. Then it will look at this a bit more. But at the moment, not many people are looking at this. So what's going on over here? We've definitely got some sort of support like so. But I think if we actually just get rid of some of these lines, it's actually I quite like this, because it's looking like a bit of a falling compression, maybe. Yeah, actually it is. That was a bit of a fake out there. That is a falling compression, boys and girls. And what does a falling compression do? It does something like this. So we'll see. We'll see. All eyes on Bitcoin though. Come on, baby. Punch up or down. I want to go to bed.